sure you guys check out Calderon Boxing. J Matters recommends that.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Jay Calderon, Stand Clear Entertainment, and we're about to get into this week's boxing talk. The announcement is official. Gervonta Tank Davis, the WBA junior lightweight champion at 130 pounds, will defend his title against three-division world champion Abner. Now, this is a great matchup that has been in the works for quite some time, and now it's finally official. The press conference kicked off, and these guys are ready to bang out on February 9th, 2019 at the StubHub Center in California. This is a very good matchup where Abner is going to have the hometown crowd in his side because he is from California, and there's going to be a lot of Mexican fans that are going to be on hand for this fight. And Gervonta Tank Davis, this is the biggest fight of his career. This is the true test where we have been waiting to see a guy like Tank face a very good opponent, and that's going to be Abner because Mares is the one with the massive experience. This guy has been an outstanding amateur, an Olympian that has become a three-division world champion since the bantamweight division, the super bantamweight division, and also the featherweight division. Now he's moving up to make history, to go to his fourth division weight class at 130 pounds in the junior lightweight division to test himself against a guy that's as ferocious as Gervonta Tank Davis, because Davis is considered one of the best at 130 pounds. He is perhaps the biggest name in the division, but I wouldn't say that he is the #1 guy at 130 pounds. I give that title to WBC champion Miguel Berchelt. I think Miguel Berchelt is the best fighter at 130 pounds, and Gervonta Davis is right there with him. And I think that Gervonta Davis could beat guys like Trevin Farmer and also guys like Alberto Machado. Those guys are good fighters, solid fighters that should be fighting each other, but I think Tank is just better because of his hand speed and his punching power. But a guy like Miguel Berchelt has great power and also has very good boxing skills, and he's a very tough warrior, and I think these two guys are the super fight in that division that should happen. But the politics of boxing, once again, is going to prevent this fight from happening. So we have the second best fight. We have a guy like Mares that's moving up to really challenge a guy like Tank, and it's going to be an excellent fight. I expect a sold-out crowd for this fight because Tank is such a popular ticket seller, and he's going to bring a lot of fans to want to see him live at the StubHub, and it's going to be a great outdoor arena atmosphere. So I expect it to be a very good fast-paced fight, and Abner is going to bring it. He's a true warrior. He goes in there and gives you 110%. A lot of people are looking at the fact that he got knocked out in one round against Johnny Gonzalez. Let's make this clear. Johnny Gonzalez is perhaps a bigger puncher than Gervonta Tank Davis. This guy is one of the hardest punchers in boxing, a massive knockout artist, and he caught Abner cold in that first round by surprise, and he knocked him out very quickly. Even though Abner was able to get up, he was just badly hurt, and the fight was stopped. That's the biggest knockout of Abner Mares' career. He's lost other fights by decision. He had two great fights with Leo Santa Cruz, who's definitely in the pound-for-pound talks, who's another three-division world champion, and those fights were Fight of the Year candidates, especially that first one. They went all out for 12 rounds, and it was a close fight, but it was a fight where Leo Santa Cruz pulled away by overwhelming Abner with activity. He's a very big volume puncher. Now, Tank, he's a guy that throws a lot of punches as well. He's very fast, explosive. He goes to the body. He has a good jab. He can box, definitely with that jab, and he has that knockout punch. But Abner is a guy that can hold his own in there. He has good boxing skills. Abner could go toe-to-toe if he wants to. He has good, decent, solid power. He's not a big, heavy hitter like Tank, but he has respectable power where a guy like Tank, if he gets caught, he's going to step back and he's going to think twice about engaging. You know, this is going to become a chess match sometime during this fight because Abner is not going to go in there slugging it out 100% with Tank. He's going to use his smarts. He's going to be able to use that experience that he has had in these type of fights, and he knows what he's about to expect against a guy like Tank Davis. He knows he can't go toe-to-toe because that is playing right into the hands of Tank Davis. He's going to have to box. He's going to have to be able to set up traps, go to the body, and try to wear down the younger man. You know, these guys is not a big size advantage for Tank Davis. They're about the same size. Tank is going to be a little bit more heavier. He fights at 130, probably comes in about 140 pounds. Mares is going to come in probably about 5 pounds under, about 135 on fight night. And I believe that Tank is going to be the physically stronger fighter. He's going to be the quicker fighter with his hand speed. But I believe Mares has good footwork. I believe Mares has a very strong team in his corner. And so does Tank Davis, because now he's working with Kevin Cunningham. And we saw the focus and the training that he had with Kevin Cunningham. And he came out like a beast against a guy that was supposed to be a true test in Jesus Quasar. That was supposed to be a very good fight, and it turned out to be a blowout for Tank Davis. Very impressed with that win. But now this is another level. And Quasar, fought Mares as well. So everybody's looking at the fact of what happened in that Quasar fight and Mares fight, and also what happened in the Johnny Gonzalez fight. And they're saying that Tank should be able to blow this guy out and take care of business. And I have to agree. I'm Team Mares 100%. I want Mares to win. Tank Davis is a very talented fighter, and I expect him to come out on top because he is the younger, hungrier fighter who's very strong physically, and he has the equalizer, which is that knockout punching power. But I believe that Abner Mares has a very good chance to pull out victory in this fight because he has that experience. He has that mental toughness that I believe is stronger than Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm not 100% sold on Davis. I believe that his talent has carried him this far, and his punching power has definitely been the factor in a lot of his fights to get him to where he's at right now. But I believe that if he can't knock out Abner Mares in the earlier rounds, and if Mares is able to weather the storm, Mares could take him into deep waters, into the later rounds, where that experience will become factor, and that frustration will start to build on Tank Davis, because then he will have to try to rely on other things, and that's where Mares is pretty equally matched. The hand speed, of course not. Tank has that hand speed, but I believe that the boxing skills between both men are equal. I believe that Mares can have the better footwork, and he could be able to set traps better than Gervonta Davis does, because Davis goes in there looking for the knockout. But if he doesn't get the knockout, what does he have to really rely on to really try to outbox and outwork a guy like Mares? They're saying that Mares is older, he's on the downhill side, and that could be basically true. But he has a very great trainer in Robbie Garcia that's going to come up with a good game plan. And if he's in very good condition for this fight, it could be a long, tough night for a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis. And this is what we're looking for. We're looking for him to be truly tested, to be taken into deep waters, into the 11th, the 12th round, and to see if he could really have the stamina and also have the mental toughness, to really overcome whatever Mares has to make it a really good fight. And if it comes down to the trenches where it's a tough fight in those late rounds, can Tank Davis rise to the occasion and break this man down and have that stoppage before the final bell? Or will he win a one-sided decision and still reign as champion and get a very big win with a very good name on his resume? Like I said, I'm rooting for Abner Mares to pull off the upset, but I believe Gervonta Tank Davis could possibly stop Abner Mares in the 9th round if he could really handle the pressure and not get frustrated and divert from his game plan and start to just swing for the fences and gas out. Because if this guy is really not what people have made him out to be, we're going to find out in this fight what Gervonta Tank Davis is really made of. And a guy like Abner Mares is the guy to do it, to really truly test him and bring that out on him. And if he's really not up for it, I see Mares pulling out this victory and winning a very close split decision victory and pulling away with that WBA title to become a 4-division world champion. But that's my take on the fight that's going to be taking place on February 9th at the StubHub Center. It's going to be on Showtime, so tune in to that fight. It's a great fight for the WBA secondary world title at 130 pounds between Abner Mares and Gervonta Tank Davis. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to this YouTube channel, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. Please hit that little red subscribe button, hit that bell icon, put your email information in so you get all my notifications once I drop a new video. Also, hit that like button, that share button. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and join the Facebook boxing group page, all under the same name, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. It's been a great year in 2018. I want to thank everyone for following me on Instagram and following me on Twitter, and also Follow me here on YouTube, watching my videos, liking my videos, dropping comments. You know, it's been a great pleasure bringing you exclusive interviews with guys like Mikey Garcia, guys like Jesse Vargas. Also, Abner Morris gave me an exclusive interview. And I just want to say, please subscribe to J. Calderon Boxing Talk. Thanks for your support. Keep watching.